Welcome to the Unscripted with Tolu.
Hi siblings, how are you guys doing? How is what you do? I'm actually excited about this episode because I'm going to be having a conversation with somebody. During the course of the week, I was trying to unpack a particular topic, and that's friendship. I was reflecting on how far I've gone. I really do not know how to keep friends. I do not know how to check on them, stay in touch. I did not know how to keep the friendship alive. And in retrospect, my friends were the one keeping the friendship alive. I wasn't playing any role. I think the reason is because I did not know the definition of friendship. I did not know I was expected to do one thing or the other. I didn't have anyone I go to visit. Nobody comes to visit me. And deep down, sincerely, I wanted friends, but I did not know how to go about it. And I believe that it's not just peculiar to me. I believe that we have people who really do not know how to make friends. They don't know what it is about. In the course of this, some people lose their friends. I actually believe that there's more to friendship. I also believe that God is in support of it. Actually, it is the will of God that we have friends. I'm not going to talk about this alone. This is not going to be a solo talk. So I actually have a guest on the show. He's my very good friend, and I believe that is the one who I can have this conversation with. We are going to share our stories, our past stories, how we've gone so far, because we've been friends for years. And yes, he actually experienced this period. He experienced it actually. So I just thought about it that okay, it would be okay for me to bring him to the show, and then so we can talk about it. We can discuss this together, right? So yes, ladies and gentlemen, join me as I welcome Samuel Ogundoju. Hello, Samuel. Can you introduce yourself to my siblings? They would like to meet
Oh,
you.
okay. I Tolu siblings, as she mentioned. My name is Samuel Lugundojo. I am a believer and I am a good friend of Sister Tolu Lope.
All right, a quick one. I think I should ask, do you believe God actually is in support of us having friends? You know that Jesus actually he had friends during his earthly ministry. And we see other apostles. We have people that actually have friends that have supported them. They really did well. They really did well. So do you believe actually?
Yes, I totally believe that God is in support of us having friends. Yeah,
Mm,
there are different kinds of friends. And as you said earlier, you said Jesus had friends. Like Joseph
yeah.
the Arimathea was a friend of Jesus. He was an influential person in the society. As he was the friend of Jesus, he was able to use his influence even while Jesus was being persecuted. So I do
Mm,
believe that I do have that belief system that God actually wants us to have friends. Friends
mm,
are not just any kind of people. They are like people sent to us to help us in
mm.
our journey. And
Wow.
in a way, I see it as you having someone who will help you realize something you are unable to see by yourself.
Mm,
So, and in many ways, so many people call them burden bearers, call them
yeah.
men of influence.
Mm.
I see friends as doors, like a door. It's a door to a different reality. So I'll
Wow.
just
Okay.
summarize that.
Okay. That is so good.
Okay.
That is so good. All right. I think this will bring me to what's your definition of friendship? If somebody is asking you now, like, let's say someone who does not know, what friendship is all about, and the person is like, oh, what is it about? So to you, what does friendship means to you?
Okay, to me, how I understand friendship is that I understand friendship to be brotherhood. The only word that I can actually, use to define friendship is brotherhood. Even the Bible said something about there's a friend who is closer than a brother. And the
Mm,
Bible, in the way it described friends, is that it could not really separate it from being a brother. It said that I think in Proverbs 17:7 said that a friend loves at all times, and a brother is born for a time of adversity. So if
mm,
you if you look at that context very well, you see that a brother and a friend is almost similar. You can have 10 friends, but in the days of adversity, in the days where you cannot stand on your own, that is when you
Mm,
actually realize how many friends you have. So, to me, my own personal definition of friendship is brotherhood. Someone who has your back in every
mm.
situation. Thank you.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Thank you so much. All right. So, that will bring me to this question. As a guy now, do you think you should have ladies as friends, same as guys, or is it just guys that you're supposed to have as friends?
Um, okay, this question is quite dicey because some people would say you should not interact with the opposite sex, you should not do this, you should not do that. But I would say that you actually need different kinds of friends of different gender. The gender should not be the reason why I should say, okay, this is the kind of people I should associate with. Because if you do so, you would be, let's say, um, your experience would not be whole. You'll be living on half experience. You'll be living on half oil.
Wow,
Like
wow,
so,
wow.
I do believe that you should the premise of you choosing your friend should not be gender based. So as a guy, you should have female friends. You should have male friends, but you should have different values at which the things that would make someone be your friend. There's no way you actually live in a world, in a society, and you say that the only person you would talk to or interact with is going to be, let's say, the people of your own gender. In that way, you would not be balanced. God
Wow.
created both the male and the female gender for
So which
uh,
means
for
you need
balance.
them. Which means you really need both male and female.
Yes, yes. In that, you need male and female, the male and female gender, to be able to
Wow.
have like a balanced perspective of what friendship is like. So,
Exactly.
that's why I said it is. You need to have like a balance, having
Oh,
male friends and female friends. You need both in your life. Thank you.
wow, that's so good. Okay, but we've been friends for a while, and I know that people would be like, "Ha, these two people, how are you guys? How do you do it? How do you do it?" And sincerely, this thing that when we started as friends, I wasn't playing any role. Actually, you were really really showing up. You were keeping in touch. Like, you would ask me, how am I doing? You want to like know everything, and because I did not know anything about friendship, so I couldn't. I thought there should be a particular conversation I should have with you. There should be like there should be limit to the information I give you. Like, you are eager to know things going on with me. I was thinking this guy is asking me so much question. Sincerely, I want to ask that, how did you do it in a way that you still stayed? How did you even know that I don't know about this? But I'm not sure you know. The question is, um how did you go about it, like not having issues and you still stayed? What was the understanding you have that made you say, okay, I'm a friend and I will actually be a friend? Like, that understanding people should have when they are friends with you, that would make them really really stay and play their own part. So that's actually what I want to, that's the question.
Okay, now I'm looking back at those moments that you are
Yeah.
describing right now, and one thing I was able to understand early in life is that I don't just have friends. I don't just go meet people and say, "Oh, I want to be your friend." And
Mm.
and firstly, I would say friendship is about intentionality, and again, the second one is about values. What kind of values do you have? You are seeing those kind of values in this person. You say, "Oh, I want to make this person my friend." And you being that kind of person, you have noticed what you want to see, why you see, why you want to make that person your friend. Another way that I've come to understand something is that most of the time, the kind of people that I relate with, the kind of friends I have, they are in some ways revealed to me by God. Like,
Wow.
there's just a knowing. When I meet somebody today and I ignite a conversation, I think I've said this to you a couple of times. When I ignite
Yeah.
a conversation with them, after that first conversation I'm having, I know deep down if we are going to last. a
Kai.
year, a week,
I
2 weeks,
just feel
3 weeks,
this.
and I just know. There's just that knowing that comes, right? Okay, so with you, I understand that when we met initially, you're not my friend person. You're not
Yeah,
a
yeah,
my own friend. You're like a friend of my friend,
we
like the friend of
yeah,
my friend. So
yeah.
and having different conversations around that line, and I just heard you when I heard you speak, and I said, hmm. So I sat back and said, oh, I think I'm going to. I wanted to like have a more intensive conversation with you to know, okay, who is Tolulope, who is
Wow.
Dennis. So it was in that moment, and I just felt okay, I want to know you more. And from me getting to know you more, I was getting to see like the different sides of you. Even though you were not saying a lot,
Yeah, actually.
all the things you were saying, I just knew that oh, I need to be this person's friend. Like I need to be a friend of Tolulope. I just knew. So all the times that you were not saying anything, I understand that oh, this person is still getting to know me as a person. So it was
Yeah.
like a waiting period of acceptance. So at that point, when all those form of attack, when you're like repelling my attack, it was my
Yeah.
intentionality that won the race of you being my friend. It was not um
Oh.
it was not that you were repelling me. If I had stayed back, I
Wow.
wouldn't be able to, become your friend. And I
Mm,
look back to it and I would say that there was a reason why we actually became friends because in the different
actually.
levels of life that we are coming
I
to.
I think there was actually a part that actually got me there. You mentioned intentionality, which means it's possible for us to want to be friends with somebody and then we don't get exactly what we are bringing in. We may not really get the same vibe, but what makes it stay? I think time tells actually. What makes the friendship stays is our intentionality. We playing our role. So I mean, there was actually you knew you had a role to play, right?
Yeah.
Even though I wasn't doing the same thing.
Friendship is not just you coming to say, oh, I have somebody to hang out with or something. It is about adding value to the people. Okay, for instance, now I might want to know how to dress well, like dress formally. There's something I just see in somebody's life. Okay, oh, this person is a fashionista, knows how to dress properly, and I just felt like, oh, I think I need to become this person's friend. So that sense of dressing can rub off on me. But then as I'm going, I am not going empty-handed. There's something I need to offer that person. So friendship
Mm,
is like an exchange of value.
wow.
It's like there's the law of thermodynamics. It's like you are giving in something and you're taking back something. There's no way you can call someone your friend and you're not getting something back from that person, or that person is not getting something back from you. There must be something you are sharing. There's something
Mm,
they call shared values. It might be,
mm,
it must be something binding you guys together. For instance, it might be the love of God. Oh, when I call this person, we are always ginger to, talk about what's it called? God, talk about the things of
mm,
the kingdom, how to advance God's kingdom on earth. So it's about sharing values. Yes, friendship is about sharing value, and I think it sits well with what you're saying that okay, friends having different roles. Like this person knows that he has a role. Friend A knows that he has a role to play in the life of friend B, and friend B
yeah,
knows that
yeah.
he or she has a role to play in the life of friend A. So I think that works well.
Okay, all right. So which means what we're talking about now is that there's so much benefit in friendship, so much
Yeah.
benefit. Can you mention few benefits than one can, for somebody who actually does not see friendship as something serious? Because some people are like, oh, I just want to stay on my own. I don't want any kini call because of some things they have heard, maybe negative information they've gotten from people, or the experience they've had so far, maybe not really happening to them. It's not really happening to them actually, but because of that they're trying to be protective. They're trying to protect themselves from getting hurt or being betrayed or disappointed. So can you share with us actually the benefits? of friendship so that these people can actually take a move. They can give it a thought again that, oh yeah, I actually need people in my life, because some people don't think they do. Do you agree with me?
Yeah, I totally
People
agree
don't think
with
they do.
you.
So
If
can you mention few benefits
okay,
that one can get, from being friends with somebody?
okay, let me start from people who do not believe that they need friends or anybody. Like the way life is designed is that you are not designed to walk life alone.
Oh wow.
You're not designed to walk life
That's it.
alone. You need
That's
people. In as much as you need God, you need
it.
people. You need people to call your own. People who will stand in your corner and that will cheer you on. You need
Mm,
people to pick you up at that lowest point of your life. And if you push out the world, you just slam the door to the world and say, "No, I just want to stay with God. Me and God alone want to rule the world." There are
mm,
times when your human what's it called? Your human self, your physical self, your emotional self will need that one person to encourage you. Okay.
yeah. That's
So that being said, I think I've been able to establish that we need people. And again, one must understand that friends are like they're like
actually.
burden bearers, they're like destiny helpers, they're like men of influence that God has sent to your life to help you in your own unique journey. In your
Mm,
own unique journey, you must understand that the friends you have will determine the outcome of your life.
mm,
For instance, I used to say that men are doors, like your friends are doors. Okay, for instance, you need something very fast and you want to get that thing, but then you don't have access of getting that thing directly. And then you spoke to a friend, oh, please, oh, I need to get this particular thing. I've been
right,
trying
that's
this
the
all
benefit.
through, all through. I don't know, I've not been able to get it. You are feeling so down. And then you just observe and say, it's so simple now. I know this person from this place to help you do it.
Yeah.
That is like somebody is connecting you to one other person that you
Mm,
in 50 years of your life you might not be
ah,
able to miss that person.
yes.
But because of you have a mutual friend
Mm,
together, the person was able to stand as an intermediary to connect you with that person. Okay, when we say Jesus is our friend, let's just start from there. Jesus is our friend, and what is Jesus doing? He's connecting us to the Father, right?
yeah,
The
yeah,
cross
actually.
in itself is connecting us. The cross is having as salvation, connecting us to the. It is through the cross we can get to God. Without
Yeah,
the cross, there's no way we can access God.
exactly.
Without Christ, there's no way we can access God. That is the same way
Yeah.
friends act. So one of the benefits is that there are some things that you wouldn't have to labor for 20 years to get, that the friend will get it
Yeah,
for you instantly.
that's it. Hmm.
And another part of it is that, okay, for instance, if you have a vision to change the world, God has given you a vision, you've written it upon tables, you are running with it all alone by yourself,
Hmm.
and you have nobody to help you believe in that vision, then
Ah,
what benefits is
just
that
keep,
vision?
you just keep
Because
dreaming.
yes, because if your internal side you cannot see that vision and run with it with you, the world will never see it.
Yeah.
And that
So
speaks
good.
to the fact that you need people to do life. Jesus came to the earth. So let me give a biblical instance. Jesus came to the earth, and after he was about starting his unique journey, he separated the 12. He called them the disciples. Other, in other words, those are his brothers, those are his friends. And after he
Mm.
was done, he told them, "Oh yeah, wait for me." Oh. In Acts chapter 1 and chapter 2, he said, "I will endue you people with power. The Holy Ghost shall come upon you, and you shall be witnesses." If Jesus never had any friend, and he just left, like he just died a matter, nothing will happen. We will never get the gospel we are
Yes.
having today.
So
So
good.
the importance of friends in life cannot be overemphasized. You need to have someone that you can call a friend. And again, another example that I want to give is that, okay, imagine there was a time, I think, you and I, we went to LASU for a particular, we wanted to register something, and then
Yeah.
we went to register something for myself rather. And I think you didn't want to go that very day. I just said, Tuna, let's go together. I didn't know why I just called you that day. I You were not really and I said, okay, please let's just go together. And we went there together. After we were done with the registration, he said, oh, I think he's one of my friends though. He's in this school. Let me call him. Let me see if I can speak to him. And then we got to your friend's place, and then we started talking and started talking, and then we started talking about what we came here to do. And I was like, oh my man, who sent this one message? And I can boldly tell you that your friend we went to meet was able to give us a solution to
Yeah,
what we came
that's.
here to do. And it was never in our plan.
Imagine you never told me. I wasn't aware,
Yes,
and I didn't go with you,
you
and
didn't go with
like
me,
that. Wow.
and there's no way I would have met that guy. There's no way we would have recommended
Yeah.
a solution for our problem. As little as it is, it has,
Mm.
given us like a huge direction to how very, very important friendship is. I hope I've been able to explain
You
it just
hear?
in my knowledge.
You have. Okay, so good. I believe that there's some people who really does not know how to relate. They don't know how to make friends with people. And I think they really need help. Is there any advice you can give? Maybe tips on how they can make friends? Using myself, I think there was a particular time like that. There were people who would tell me that, who would say to me that I'm proud. And that's because I may just meet somebody today and we say hi, hi. Maybe I met the person through a friend and we say hi, hi, and then we greet. If we even get to talk, we get into this talk. And then after that very day, the next day, I see this person. I don't know how to say hi to the person. I don't know how to talk to the person. I just hide my face. I just go my way. Maybe there's a particular belief I had like that. I really, even right now, I really can't say. But then I believe that there are people like that who will just be on their own. Not that they don't want to make friends, but they don't know how to. So you see them, you just stand aloof. They're just alone. They're just doing their things their own way. They just go, they walk alone, they come back alone, they do their things alone, and they're just there. And if you meet those people, you just be like, this one, is it that, what's wrong with this person? This person is proud and stuff like that. Deep down, they are not proud. They are not proud. They don't just know how to. They don't know how to keep friends. So what are the tips? How can you help these people? What can you say that actually have helped you so far to keep friends? Them, how can you help them know how to get close to people? What are the things they need to understand?
Okay, one thing I do believe is that we are all created in different roles. We human beings are social beings. No matter how much you say, oh, I'm introverted, I don't want to speak to anybody and stuff like that. There's just this part of you that
I
wants
love my own space, kind of thing.
like you want communion. You want to be part of people. So you need to say yes to that part of you. You have to say yes to that part of you.
And I think also what has helped me so far is I try to put a culture. When I realize, oh, it's been a while I spoke to this person, I just want to put a call through. How are you doing? It's been a while we talk. How is everything? From there we get into conversation. We get to talk deeply, and then they're happy to see my call. I try to put a call through or chat them up, send a message. Hello, how are you doing? Try to chat the person up or put a call through. Or if you can reach out, if you can see the person, if it is in the church, you can always how are you doing? I like your dress. Or try to just, admire, just say something. I'm not saying the person should actually lie. I'm not saying you have to flatter, but then you can just, compliment the person. Oh, I love your hair. I love you. I think it can start from there.
Okay.
It can start from there because that's what you did then. You would call me, you put a call through, and it was going over, and then I blend in.
Yeah.
So I think with that, when the person is calling or reaching out once in a while, I think the other person would would get the message that, oh, this person wants to be my friend, where you are actually asking, how are you doing? There's this particular book I read, I really can't remember the title now. by Miles Moreau, and he was actually talking about friendship and all that. And it's like, oh, you should try it if you want to be someone's friend. You want something more than being an acquaintance. You should try to get to know the person. Like when you're having a conversation, it's not about you. You try to, want to, how are you doing? How is everything? So what do you do now? Kiniko, what do you like? When you are coming in with questions, the person will get the message that, oh, this person wants to be my friend.
Yeah.
They may not really reveal everything at once to you, but it will get to a point that you don't need to even ask so much. You won't ask so much from them, and then they begin to tell you everything. Oh, this is what has been going on so far. Because deep down, these people they actually want to have conversations. They actually want to talk to somebody, and they actually do not have somebody to talk to. So if one can take that step to come close to them, you guys can blend in. And also, so far, I believe that God actually send you said it earlier, you mentioned it earlier, that God send your own friends to you. So this is actually to those who feel they don't have any friend. They don't have any friend. I think they can actually pray that God should send their own friend to them that will be a blessing in their lives.
And again, one thing I've come to understand again is that when people say they don't have friends, or is that they are not being aware of the people in their life.
In their life.
There's a level of awareness for you to know that, oh, this person is trying to come to my life. Or this person, some people say, oh, he's stalking me, she's stalking me, she's asking too many questions. Oh, I want too much. Why is she disturbing me? But then, true, you know that maybe it is just orchestrated that you guys meet. But then, because of you just, you're not being able to move away from your shell, and you feel you are not seeing beyond what that person is bringing to you. You are limiting that whole person's vibe. Let me say the word vibe to say, oh, this person is stalking you. But in many ways, it can be that person truly wants to be your friend. And sometimes you don't know the intentions of people when you don't speak to them. And there's a saying, there's something I've come to understand again. I don't know where I read it from, but I read it somewhere. It says that so many people have so many things to say. So when you engage in a conversation with someone, especially if you meet someone for the first time, don't say too much. Just let them talk. Let them talk about themselves. Let them talk about the things they are going through. By you just listening, when you listen to them, they tend to embrace you in. So you get, don't be the one talking, doing all the talking. Say, oh, I just bought this new bag. Oh, I just do this. I just do this.
My mentioned
You can just be like, oh, what's your name?
Just listen.
Just get to know them by what they say. And before you know, they will open up to you beyond what you are even asking. And from there, they will trust you, because what makes people trust people is information. If my information is not with you, I wouldn't trust you. The Bible said something about that.
Actually.
Where your treasure is, that is where your heart desire will be. It is the people you share, or the people you share your life with, or the people that share their life with. Those are the people that would remember you as their friend. Not some people that you have not shared anything with, or they don't know anything about you. Not expect them to. No, that is the people you have opened up to.
I got something
your
there.
Information.
So what you're actually, I'm sorry to cut you. What you're trying to say there is that I think we really need to understand that instead of looking at, okay, I should try to be this person's friend, and because you try, you really can't. You just feel you don't have friends. I think we should focus on the people who are trying to be our friend.
Yes.
We should give the same. We should, connect with them. Give that same vibe. Then from there, it can, the friendship will keep growing and all that. There's so much in friendship, and I sincerely have really learned so much from you. Whenever we converse, whenever we're having a conversation, at the end of it, it's always beautiful because I don't regret having a conversation with you. Even sometimes it's like, oh, like I'm telling you, I'm just pouring everything. Or even sometimes maybe I've already settled that matter, but I'm trying to share the pain I got from that day. Like, oh, you don't say, oh, you not tell me all this why, because you knew it that Tolu is telling me after this whole thing is done, but you still listen, and you're like, okay, 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 I just give what you have to give, and it's so good. I love this conversation, sincerely. So
And again,
this is
and again,
okay.
you know,
Say,
sometimes when people are like setting, they say, "Oh, these are people, the kind of people I want to have. I want to make my friends. This." Most of the time, when you are aiming that high, sometimes you don't really eat it, and then it's just some people that
you don't hate it.
that don't know, that you feel like they don't really matter. When you start opening your mind to them, but in quotes,
Mm-hmm.
ensure that the people you're opening your mind to, the people you end up making your friends, are people that align with your value system. If they don't really align with your value
Mm.
system, there's no point you becoming friends with them. So after
Yes,
that has been
actually, that's
done, if you would now, you end up saying that the same people, the same thing you are looking at are those people at the top. You will end up finding those things in those
mm.
people if you do not lie to your value system. In quotes, if you don't lie
Mm,
to your if you are not,
mm.
if you are not trying to, I'm not saying you should accept anybody that just open up to you and say, "Oh, I want to be your friend." No, you have a value system. You have some things that you value so much. Like, okay, these are the things that are, oh, these are my core when it comes to friendship. I don't compromise these values. And you see that this person is able to
Right.
fit into that box and is open. Then open up to them. You might end up, that person might end up connecting you to that person that you are looking up right there.
That's
You
it.
get,
So
you get.
good. Hey, Kai, that's
So
it.
that's just it. I'm so sorry for.
That's correct. So good. All right. We are full. Actually, we are digesting. So good. So good. Actually, so I think we've been able to learn. We've been able to learn so far. So I think here's my last question for you. Do you ever regret being someone's friend? Maybe has there ever been a time you regret being someone's friend?
Regret. Friends. Not all friends. In life you will
Mm.
not most likely get everything right. Sometimes there are sometimes that you would fail at some. Well, in any ways.
There's a part, there's this particular thing that just came to my mind now.
Okay.
Some people have been betrayed by
Hmm.
friends. Should we talk
Yeah,
about that
we
real
can talk
quick?
about that. You know.
Can we tell these people that there's actually hope? You can actually keep going. Don't give up on friends. Don't say because something has happened to you or this has happened to somebody, then I don't want to have friends anymore in my life. With what we have explained, what we have talked about so far, I think there's hope for someone who has given up on
Yeah,
friends.
yeah.
Someone has betrayed them, they've really stabbed them at the back, and then they're like, never, never, never again. People have disappointed them, and they're like, oh, I really trusted this person. I really, shared my life and everything with this person, and this person later did this to me, they did that to me. Is there something we need to understand, that people will actually hurt you?
Yeah, yeah,
You really have to be
yeah.
you really need to believe that people will hurt you. That's because they may not, it may be what they know at that time, or how they know how to do things, or they don't value you enough. Is there anything you have to say regarding this for whoever it is that has been betrayed?
What I just want to say is that it's like two Bible passages. I think it's in the book of Proverbs. I love the book of Proverbs so much. I think Proverbs 17:17 says,
Mm.
I think the NIV said that a friend loves at all times, and the brother is born for a time of adversity. That one is just trying to make us understand. It is not saying friends. It's a friend
Mm.
loves a friend, love at all times, and a brother is born for a time of adversity. And then there's this another second Bible verse that I do not really remember. I think 24 something. Proverbs, still Proverbs. It said that they are friends, in quotes, NIV version. They are friends who destroy each other,
Mm.
but a real friend sticks closer than a brother. A real friend.
You need to know that these
There are
people
some people,
are not real friends.
yes.
you can just let go of them and
Yes.
just know that's this person. It does not mean that everybody is like
Yes. It
that.
doesn't mean.
It means there are other people that are good to you, that can be good to you, that you can actually
Yes,
trust.
absolutely.
They can be, you can bank on them. You can, at any time, you can trust them enough. So those people that did you bad, those people that wronged you, those people that hurt you, you can just let go of
Yeah,
them.
absolutely.
Just know this is what this is who this person wants to be to me. So let me just
Let go.
pray them and just move
Yeah.
on, knowing that there are still better people, there are good people
Out
out
there.
there. It doesn't really, it doesn't really mean that, because the two people have done this, three people have done the same thing to
I
me, does
mean,
not mean that everyone is like that. You can still meet friends that are
yes,
different,
yes.
entirely different
So,
from other people. So that's
yeah, yeah,
okay.
yeah. Because if we close, there's this thing that Yoruba will say: if we say we should close our eyes and allow the evil people to pass, we wouldn't know when the good person will actually pass. It's the same. So
Exactly,
it is
exactly.
something that with friends, some people can be so. If somebody does something so bad to you that you call your friend, just to know that person does not have the full revelation of who you are. So, and once you
Yeah,
know that
actually.
it is the same way, to make you know that you are not, it is not strange at all. Look at the cycle of
Mm,
Jesus. If Jesus could
actually,
hold Judas
Judas.
in and every other person, and then
Mm,
Judas was able to betray Jesus, that is to tell you that if you betray me, sef, and sometimes it can be from the
right.
people in your inner cycle. Okay, let's say, for instance,
Mm,
if we check how close that Judas is to Jesus, we would say, and let's relate it to the modern world. I like to always, relate things into the modern world. Judas was the secretary, was the one in charge of the finance. So we can see he's the secretary
mm.
general.
That's
So
a main
he has the
role.
main role. It's like out of the 12, if they pick four people, you will be in that four. If they pick three people, you will most likely
Yes,
be
of
there.
course.
If they pick two people with Jesus, you will most likely be in that two people. That is to see how much
Mhm.
importance, how much close knit the relationship that they have.
He was a
And if he's not the one
savior.
to now betray him, so what is?
Mm.
Why are we?
So which means that we can actually give that chance, that people can actually hurt me.
Yes,
It's possible for people to
yes.
hurt you. Just know that. So when it comes,
You
you
are
are not
not.
to. Of
Yes.
course, you would be paid. Depends on the measure of what the person did
So
to
yeah.
you. But then know that this person is human, and you can actually do anything. You can wrong me.
So hair is human.
You can betray.
So hair is human.
Yeah, Jesus knew that Judas was going to betray him, and he still allowed it. Like, Jesus did not give up on other friends because Judas did that to
Hmm.
him. So you can go ahead with
So I
what you were
always want
saying.
like a balance to it.
Okay.
Sometimes again, one must understand that what we see as betrayal sometimes might not really be betrayal, because in the eyes of the world, what we see is that Judas betrayed Jesus. But then, in the grand scheme of things, sometimes what
The way it was
it was
needed.
needed for Jesus'
Done.
unique journey. So
Yeah.
sometimes
Yeah.
when somebody that you
Mhm.
trust, you trust them so much, and you say, "Oh, that person just slapped my heart." Yes, it is good to feel down
Mm.
about it, but then don't stay there too much. Pick yourself up, just like Jesus.
Yeah.
Pick yourself. Your journey is unique.
Just know that it happened for
It
a
happened for a
reason.
reason. Don't
Don't don't
don't stay back in
uh,
that place of hurt.
don't say that, okay, the life depends on them. If they do this, it means everything has ended. Life still
Yeah.
continues, and then you have to pick yourself up. Don't stay too long. Wow, that's beautiful. I think we have done justice to this. Well unpacked, actually. Thank you so much, Samuel. Thank you so much. In fact, I enjoyed this conversation a lot. Okay, now I want to talk to my siblings. I believe that you've been able to learn one or two things, and this may be for you, and maybe somebody around you also need this. Yeah, let me hear your comments. Let me know what you have to say. And yeah, Samuel, is there any other thing you want to say? So we can just round up.
Okay,
Or you've said
I
it.
said almost everything I would say, but I just want to say thank you so much for inviting me on this. I'm so grateful. I
Oh,
do not take
yeah.
this invitation for granted. I really do. I'm so grateful. Thank you so much for inviting me on this.
Thank you so much. And we are grateful to have you too. Yes, we are really, really happy to have you. Thank you so much. And this is where we're going to end the show. Let me know what you guys think about this. Let's have your comments. And if there's anything you need to add to this, you can just drop it. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.